Okay, and welcome back. I'm the Gray Hair Gamer, I'm your host, and today we are back in the Conan Exiles, playing in our single player version. Now I just did launch a second stream showing off the newest expansion, the Isle of Sipta, and if you're enjoying this video series in the Exiled Lands, then you'll definitely like checking out the new expansion. And as well, if you like the videos and you find them helpful in any way, please feel free to go ahead and give a like, give a follow, what have you. But here we are back in our single player game, and we were just in the process of upgrading from stone tools and weapons to iron, of which we always need more iron. So we're going to take and try to find a couple of the little ironstone mines we can find in this area. And there we are. Very soon, when we finish off our new set of armor, we'll be able to head up over the hill and be able to have access to a large number of ironstone deposits. But for the time being, we just got to grab what we can here. You can see we did manage to get our little base house. Well, this will eventually be one room in our manor house when it's all said and done. We got our front gate constructed and a couple of defensive emplacements there, and we will want to keep extending out and back along the sides to enclose a safe place against the purge, which we are still in a safe zone. Okay, we have stat points. Okay, and new feats. Okay, now we can build some I know one thing we're going to need for inside our house is some light. We're going to need the Wheel of Pain to be able to unlock not only NPC thralls, but animal companions as well as horses. We're going to need a fence for, well, defense against the thralls and the purge attacks when they eventually come. And we're going to take an iron short sword because it is just one of the funnest and highest DPS weapons in the game. Also take our iron skinning knife, and the Kopesh is just a fancy sword. And no, we won't take that, but we will take the Fireball Cauldron, because soon we will be ready to start transferring iron into steel, and we will be needing that. Okay, we got our armor bench. We did manage to equip us one piece of new armor. What do we need? Looks like we need leather Here's a little bit of leather, but we're going to need more. And we were building the medium set, the slave forged. Again, this is totally cosmetic set. It has all the same armor values as the stock medium set of armor. It's just one of the cosmetic expansions that came with the Isle of Sipta. Okay, so our big mission right now will be to get some more skins, and let's see how our fuel supply is only 54, so we're going to get some more bark as well. We can do both of that right in the local neighborhood here. Again, we're always going to pick up our aloe. Now here's actually a baby animal. This is a baby deer, and if we had the technology unlocked for the animal pen, we'd be able to capture this animal and raise it. I just don't see, aside from cosmetic, what advantage would be to have a killer attack deer. So first stop here is going to be getting our bark. No better source than our dead trees. There are also a few more dead trees scattered further up on the hillside, should we need them. But normally you do pretty well getting bark from these things. We can get the same amount of bark from a handful of dead trees as we would if we chop down every living tree around that lake. And we are in luck, this little iron node respawned. That is one nice thing with single player. You do not have any competition for resources. Now you can also share your single player world in co-op mode and share it with your buddy and let your buddies play together without having this hassle of going with a full multiplayer server where you're going to have competition from a lot of other players with them taking all the best spots, and as well with a lot of other issues. You don't have to pay to rent a server to have your own private server. So here's some of our source of new hides. And it'll be very, very nice when I can build this iron short sword and come back here and kill these guys very, very quickly. And there are quite a few alligators you can see scattered along the shoreline here. The one we do not want to hassle with is this big monstrous fucking crocodile. He will kick the shit out of you unless you really know what you're doing. He is a 3-skull boss, not just a 1-skull boss, but a full bad boy 3. But when you get to be tough enough to take him down, and one day we will be, and we beat him, there is a secret chest you get access to, because all the big bosses like that will drop keys. All the big bosses will drop keys to a hidden chest. With this one, it's not very hidden at all. It's right here by this big rock. So, ooh. Okay, we took a little bit of a beating there, but nothing an aloe potion won't fix. Now, right down here too is a source of skins that we will not need to convert over to hides. The reptile skin, the feline pelts, all those things we will have to transfer into hides before we can turn them into leather. These guys, when we kill them, okay, there we go. As well as having the bonus of loading up some yummy steaks. Steak and eggs. Now then, that tanner's bench that will let us strip down the reptile hides and whatnot, I know only takes, I believe, 100 wood. So while we're in the area, we'll go ahead and chop that down and craft that table up. Now there should be one more alligator out on that little peninsula behind us. And as soon as we find our tanner's table, there it is, yeah, 100 wood. We're gonna go find this alligator and kill him. I hear him. There he is. What's nice, once you get used to where the animals are, they respawn in the same place all the time. Ooh, there we took a little swat from him. And we gained a level. Awesome. Okay, so let's head on back up to our base. All of our little missions for that run were accomplished. We picked up materials to make our tanning table. We picked up more bark, fuel to make leather, and we found more hides and reptile skins that we can turn into leather. And then once these dead trees respawn, we'll come back and collect them again. It is nice, we were talking about the co-op mode in single player earlier, as well as the multiplayer games. It is a lot of fun when you have someone you can team up with and cooperate, not only with the building, collecting resources and sharing designs, but also to tackle the many dungeons, and there are many dungeons in this game. And in the Isle of Sipta, many Elder Vaults, as well as dungeons. A lot of good content. Okay, so we built our Tanner's bench. There it is, which we want to place over here somewhere by our tannery. That looks okay for now. Now we take our, there we go, reptile hides and put in there. And we come over here to the selection. There we go, reptile hides. We can strip them. You can see it says it takes 2. We had 57. It takes 2 reptile hides, but we get 3 normal hides from that. And just to confirm, yes, does take 2, but we get 3 out of it. Refuel up here, put our normal hides in there, get them processing, cook up our steaks. Eggs are one of the few things you can eat raw. And we're gonna add. We didn't get any coal yet for our furnace, but that'll be coming very, very soon. As well as getting some interior lights. We did just take the feet. Oh, there we can finish off our first perk in vitality. Gives us 2 more points yet. Put in grit and encumbrance. We're going to want to slowly build up our encumbrance in these levels, not just because to be able to carry more resources while we're out harvesting, but also to wear heavier leather. I had one character that I didn't put really anything in encumbrance, and when I made the one heavy armor for the cold, it was so heavy I was encumbered just putting it on. There we managed to get our second piece of the slave forged armor, the medium, the sacrificial leggings. So far I'm not real impressed with the look of this armor set, but we'll construct all the rest of it and give it a shot. We'll try to withhold our judgment until we see the whole thing. Okay. So now we just kind of wait around here a little bit. Let these benches process. You can see we process materials assembly line. From one bench to the next bench, from the next bench to the next bench. Okay, so do we have enough to make something else? We built this piece. We built this piece. That we need 12 more. 23, 12 and 12 and 23. So we need, we're held up by iron bars. See if we can make the gloves. Yes, we can. And also the helmet. Yes, we can. This helmet, just from the little icon, almost looks like something out of Mad Max. Okay, so we figured out before we are not going to use our healing potion right now. You can see we're down a little bit. But we are going to eat the eggs and take advantage of the sated status effect. Means our food meter, our hunger meter is completely full, and we gain a small regenerative bonus from that. Okay, so there are 2 more pieces of armor finished. Let's see, our armor was at 50 without the new pieces. We were at 3. So that's 3 to 37 to 49, 62 to 89, and yes, that definitely looks like something out of Mad Max, Freddy Krueger, some kind of 80s horror movie. I don't think we're going to keep that set just on those alone, but we'll finish off the set. Now we do need to make a blacksmith bench so that we can upgrade our tools as well as our weapon. Finally start doing some damage to these creepoids that we're out here fighting. So let's go see if any of these little safe little veins respawned where they're in a safe area where we can grab them up with no risk. There's one over here. Right here by the bushes. So we'll take that one. And there is, I think, there are a couple up on the hill, but I think there's one down lower here too. No. Now, if you did want to build something cool, right here would be a cool place to build either an elevator or a staircase, something where you can easily get down to this area. You can see how many resources are down here, plus the shellbacks, the shellback nests, and as well right down around the beach is a named thrall NPC. Now those are one of the best thralls in the game that you can get. You do have to knock them out and drag them back to a wheel of pain, but if you were to take some time, harvest up some stone and rock, or some stone and wood, build yourself a nice staircase down here, it would definitely be worth your time. It would pay off in the end, I think. It's one thing that we would like to work on, but at this point our main priority when it comes to building, first was our main building. We got that accomplished, all except for putting a door on. So now we want to work on some defenses, building up that front wall and around the gate. And it looks like those chunks of ironstone have not respawned yet. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick trip up over the hill and see if we can snag up some iron real quick. Before we go, we want to repair our tools and our weapons in case we get in a fight. And you can repair them before they get broken. You just put them back from your quick spot into your inventory and select repair. You'll see the little gear icon in the upper left corner letting you know that it's working. Okay, now if we look at the durability there, it's back to 100%. There, that one finished, and that one finished. Okay, so now we're good to go. And again, here are a couple more. 1, 2 there, 1 there. There's a couple more of the dead trees that are the excellent sources of bark. But what we're interested in right now is right at the top of this hill, right up this little trail. And don't worry, once we get our armor finished and our tools and weapons upgraded, we are going to be able to start exploring quite a bit more of this world. We were only just getting started. Now up here at the top of this hill, if we look on the map, show you where we're at. We're right here, looking out on this big basin of sand. Now some features here, the ones we're interested right now is the iron right here. But for all along this ridge, this cliff, there is iron, but there are also big stone monsters. So we're going to try and snag the unguarded ones here at the end for now. What else we have over here is there's an NPC camp of the Defari over here. A good place to go on a killing spree for XP and some items, or to use your Wheel of Pain and get some thralls. There are usually a couple named, or not named, but craftsmen thralls, not just fighters and archers. Also right here in this area, this is a big, like a temple, and one of the nice things is you can find a witch doctor thrall. This is one of the few places you can find a witch doctor thrall, and when you put him on the Wheel of Pain and break him, you can put him to work on your Firebolt Cauldron or your alchemy bench and get a lot of extra recipes that he knows. You gain access to that. There's also a big boss scorpion right here in this little dip here. There are hyenas along this stretch as you head up to this river, and we will get to know this little path and this river very well, because this is the path to the nearest thick leather. To get thick leather, we need thick hides. We need that to make our heavy armor, and the only place to get them, one of the few places, is to go up in this area, this yellow area, and kill elephants and rhinoceros. So that is one of the main paths that I use. It's very easy. You just follow the path up the hill, over the hill, go up the river, make a right, and go up over the hill. There is a large NPC camp up in this area somewhere. I think it's on this stone. Again, good for XP items or taking thralls. And there are some ruins right in here that you can set up as a little forward campsite, or a secondary base for when you're out hunting thick leather. Okay, so we're going to go take this unguarded iron here. You can see one of the rock creatures. And a second rock creature. Yeah, they are all out along the edge of that, and I just caught their attention. Oh, they're both coming. And there are two more of the rock monsters up in this area up there as you go up the hill. The Doom music quit? Yes, the Doom music quit. Since we only got a few of the ironstone, we're going to go ahead and take advantage of that space in our inventory by filling it full of hides. Yeah, we're dropping these animals a lot quicker than we were when we had a 1 in the strength department. Now we have 11 plus 4, so 15 in our strength now. One other cool spot that's very convenient to our base, which our base is, boom, right there, is a cave that's an NPC camp. Now we gotta watch, there's some jackals up there, or a hyena up there. But in this cave, right there. Now there'll be a couple NPCs out front guarding it. I really don't want to aggro them right now. But if you go down in that cave, there are a lot of thralls that you can take. Usually at least one craftsman and or a performer. And we'll talk about why it's a good thing to have one performer. Is a thing that's known as corruption. These areas, especially like the Forgotten City up here, is so evil and so corrupt that the evil is soaked into the very stones of the buildings, and when you go too close to them, you start gaining corruption. And what it does is, on our health bar and our stamina bar, it will start taking away our health and our stamina and replacing it with purple corruption. So the longer you stay in that zone, that area, the more corruption you get, the more it weakens you. And both your health and your stamina get affected. And the only way to remove that corruption and have full health bar and full stamina bar again is to be in the presence of a performer, a dancer, doing the dance of 7 veils or whatever. But that quickly removes corruption. Okay. So we got 39 more ironstone, 59 more hides. Yeah, this is all done. This will be crafting more. We don't have anything to add to that right now. And now we'll get 20 more iron. We are going to need a little bit more than that to make our blacksmith bench. So while that's cooking away there, we're going to come up here and get some materials to build a few more building blocks, so we can add a little bit more onto to our front fence and our front gate area. And so, of course, we're going to need a ton of stone and a ton of wood. And we want to keep in mind while we're laying down these walls and barricades of our overall plan, for our compound and what we're going to need placed inside of this area. We've been talking a lot about the NPCs, or the thralls, and capturing them. Well, thrall's not going to be any good to us if we don't have room for a Wheel of Pain. So we're going to come out, we'll come out one more. So these are just the base foundations we're going to lay out here, and then we'll build our next layer up. Now these little additions we put here, again, they're going to be positions that when built up to there, archers will be able to stand and shoot down and defend our gate. I'd also like to put something like that out here towards the corners, or even a turret as an extra defensive measure. And you can see it's a lot of back and forth work. Gather and harvest quite a bit to make, a handful of pieces. But you'll be surprised how quickly the things will go up. Okay, just checking to see what we needed more of, stone or wood. Was our little trick here of filling up our inventory and then processing the pieces to lower the weight back down. It only works if we have enough materials to build the pieces. So you don't want to fill up your inventory with just stone or just wood, knowing that you need both of them to build the piece. Go ahead and fix that from within our quick menu. We can do that only when it's completely broken. When it's only at half durability and we want to repair it, we got to put it back in our regular inventory and then select it. And we have to have the materials in our inventory to repair it. If we have 1,000 stone but none on us, obviously we're going to have a tough time trying to fix a stone pick. Okay, so what we're going to do here now is actually start our second course. Now we can either go, or we can only go right there. Okay. Like I said, we may have to move your view around a little bit sometimes to get the pieces where you want them. Okay, good. That worked out really well. Okay, so now we'll be able to show, we'll be able to build some fencing. In fact, we'll go ahead and do that now. We just need some stone. and show you how the walls with, or the fences with the spikes, keep people from climbing up your walls. Okay. Now there's the different kind of fencing. Now this flotsam fencing does not have spikes on it. I don't believe it does. But this sandstone fence, this certainly does. 3, 4, and we're going to craft 1, 2 foundations just as a test. Now you can build these fence on your foundations, on your walls, but you can also use what's a foundation, and that we can put down anywhere, and then we can build a wall or a fence directly on top of that foundation. We don't need to have one of these giant square foundations. Okay, we want to see where we can place our fence right now. You see there, we can place it on that row, and then on top, and that'll get us two full rows of fencing. Okay, now we'll show you. When we come over, say we're the Purge or something like that, an NPC or even another player, if we were on a PvP server, they'll be able to come up and run and climb right up on your wall and get right inside your shit. Okay. Now here where we have this fence and these spikes, there you can see the spikes sticking out. Now, boom, we get hurt and we cannot climb that wall. We can't climb the first one, much less the second one. Or even if we finagle to get around the first one, nope, we're down. Now with the fence foundation, we could place a foundation here and then a fence on top of that, but turns out that's not necessary. It does give a kind of a cool cosmetic facade type deal. Okay, we don't want to build our fence there yet because we have to put our second level for our archer platform. So there you can see we're already starting to get some defenses up and getting our area defined where we're going to build. So when the purge does eventually come, we should be good to go. To get a little more iron. Oh, that's it. It's done. Okay. Okay, now one thing we want to do since it is getting dark, we want to put some lights in here. So we're going to need some that, and that. Then I believe I did take the feet. I want to double check just to make sure that I do have the feet, the torch feet. Yeah, there's the first feat. Teaches us how to make the basic torch. And this teaches us how to make bracketed torches, standing torches, and protected torches. So we can get some light going in this place. So we're going to start off by just making a couple normal torches. We can make 2. And then they will become the prime ingredient for a couple bracketed torches. Okay, one is done. Come on. There we go. Okay, so uh-oh. Put those in our inventory. Okay, now we can see what's going on here. We're going to put a couple of these torches right here by the door. There we go. Now we can save on our torch. It does help a little bit, but obviously we're going to need a few more. When we have we can build an artisan's bench. It'll also let us build braziers that hang down from the ceiling and provide a lot of light. But for now, we'll go make some more of these bracketed torches. We'll show you the difference. There's also a standing torch, basically a torch on a long stick, and you jam it in the ground. They cast quite a bit of light. We do not have the iron sickle yet. The iron sickle will make harvesting plant fiber like this a breeze. You will be amazed how many plant fiber you'll be able to collect up very quickly from one little patch of bushes like this. Okay, we're also going to need some sticks. You can see with it being dark, we're going to want to put some lights out here as well. So let's go get some wood, branches. Take some of that from right down here. There we go. And for a couple different reasons, you want to have torches inside our wall, our defensive wall, as well as outside. We want to have them on both sides. One, it just looks cooler. And two, if there are attackers coming, they don't need to come from the dark. It's always good to be able to see them. These guys are kicking our butts. Oof, we squeaked by on that one. We did not even have any healing potions. We didn't even have any healing potions equipped. We would have been in bad shape. Okay, we are over encumbered. Why are we over encumbered? Eat those eggs. Drop these bugs. And okay, we'll go ahead and process a few things to lower our weight. Regular torches. Let's craft them all. Okay, and it's daytime. So we'll save our torch. And now this time we're going to craft standing torches. not the bracketed wall torches. Well, now it's daylight, so you won't be able to notice the difference, but you will definitely notice the difference the next time it gets dark. First off, we'll plop one down here outside. Next, we will put one here inside the door. We'll put one outside this door. And then we'll see if we can put some in the corners of the room here. They are very small, so it's nice you can tuck them in back in corners and things out of the way. Now there we found there's our hyena pelt. Our tanner's bench can change those also, like the reptile hides, into regular pelts. There we go. 27 we'll get from that. There, our leather is finished. 61 leather in there now. We got a little bit of iron. So let's see what we can build. Okay, let's refresh our memory. We need the chest. And that's it, the chest. Okay. But I don't think this is enough iron for a chest. I think it's 45 to build the chest piece. No, only 23. We do need one more medium padding. Those unfortunately are slow. There we go. So now we just have to wait a few moments for that. Then we'll be armored up at least. We'll be able to take a bit of a beating when we go up over that hill and get us a big score of iron. We're at about 53 minutes, so I think for this episode we're going to go ahead and close it out. We did manage to get a bit more accomplished. We got more armor. We got a new bench to take advantage of. We leveled up a little bit. We're continuing our building of our defenses. So yeah, we got quite a bit accomplished here today. So, in closing, I'm the Gray-Haired Gamer once again. If you enjoyed the video, if you found it informative or informational, please consider giving a thumbs up, like, follow. You know what to do. And until next time, keep on surviving out there in this crazy world of Conan Exiles.